Well, hello and welcome. My name is Miss Heard with Miss Heard Song Lyrics Podcast. We're at Season 5, Episode 229 with Howard Jones. The Miss Heard song lyric is, empty waters, we want everyone. And then the correct lyrics is, and you want her, and she wants you. We want everyone. Empty Waters. It's No One Is to Blame, Howard Jones. And I actually decided to do this Misheard Song there because I actually last week hosted some girlfriends at our beach house. And of course, we did karaoke, like all of us love karaoke in my team and group. And someone sang this, and I started singing Empty Waters, and then I saw up on the karaoke screen, and you want her, and she wants you. And I realized, perfect misheard for this week. So let's talk about No One Is to Blame. It's a song by Howard Jones. The 1986 hit single. I was a mere 14 at that time. I was alive. It was number 4 on the U.S. charts, and other places it placed in the top 20 in the U.S. Let's talk about Howard Jones first, and then we'll go right into the song itself. So who is Howard Jones? Is that just the name of the band, or is it actually a name of a man? It's both. It's John Howard Jones, who was born back on February 23rd, 1955, so his birthday is coming up around the corner. He's a British musician, singer, and songwriter. He also has 10 top 40 hit singles in the UK between 1983 and 86. That's his sweet spot. 6 of which reached the top 10, including Like to Get to Know You Well, What Is Love, New Song, and Things Can Only Get Better. His 1984 album, Humans Live, reached number 1 in the UK albums chart around the world. Jones had 15 top 40 hit singles between 83 and 92, so he is a hit maker. So he was born in Southampton to some Welsh parents and spent his early years in a place called Ribena in Cardiff, South Wales, where he attended a Fag primary school, and then Whitchurch Grammar School. He is actually the eldest of 4 boys, and his other brothers are Roy, Martin, and Paul, all musicians as well, so that's interesting that everyone's a musician. And Jones began taking piano lessons at the age of 7 and later attended the Royal Grammar School in High Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. That's what it is. Then the family moved to Canada when he was a teenager. I did not realize that he had his first band was called Warrior. It's a progressive rock group or prog rock, a lot of instrumental and just going for it. And then after returning to the UK, he attended the Royal Northern College of Music in Manchester in the mid-1970s while he played for many various bands. He also at that time met a Buddhist practitioner by the name of Bill Bryant, who actually wrote lyrics for some of Jones's songs and was a major influence in this period. And then the Jones brothers had a band called Red Beat in the late 1970s, so it sounds like he did some work with his own musically inclined brothers. Now, I found an interesting article from The Telegraph. It was dated back on August 9th, 2006, and it was titled How Howard Changed His Tune. It was written by Mark Lee, and this is what Mark Lee wrote. As the first electronic one-man band, Howard Jones led a mini revolution in pop during the 1980s. Yet, despite the string of hit records and sold-out tours, he was never embraced by the self-appointed tastemakers of the music press, and he's pretty sure why. And this is what Howard says. Look at my songs, he says. They're not about drug taking or debauchery or rock and roll. They're about positive thinking and challenging people's ideas. I agree. And you know what? I'm glad he bucked the system because he stayed true to himself, and the songs, of course, did well. He also married a Jan Smith, and in the late 1980s began practicing, it's called Nichiren Buddhism, as a member of the Worldwide Buddhist Association called Soka Gakkai International. He has also been credited with his daily practice of chanting, and the chant is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which it says here, I devote myself to the Lotus Sutra since 1991 as having a profoundly positive effect on his life. I have to tell you, positivity always wins, right? And as of 2006, Howard Jones resides in Creech, St. Michael, near Taunton, Somerset. So those who are from that area, shout out to you. He's also a vegetarian for 42 years and then became vegan in 2019. So let's talk about the songs. We know a little bit about Howard Jones and where he came from. He has 3 other brothers who also music climb. But what about the song? So according to songfacts.com, the song is about being attracted to people who you can't be with. They interviewed Howard Jones, and this is what he had to say, quote unquote. Well, I think we can all relate to the main theme of the song, but I was in San Francisco and I was doing a promotion with a local record company guy, and we were crossing the street to go to the radio station, and he said to me, Howard, what do you think of all these amazing women here in San Francisco? And I said, yeah, they're great, they're fantastic. And he said, well, you can look at the menu, but you just don't have to eat. And I've never actually heard anybody say that before, and so that was it, a good spark for a huge idea coming for a song. Interesting, because a lot of rock stars during that time and before definitely not only looked at the menu, but ate and ate and ate. So he was one that's like, oh, this is perfect for a song, and made song gold from it. They also shared that it became a big hit in America, but not with some naysayers. Again, per Song Facts, when Howard Jones played it for the head of his record company, it got what they call a chilly reception. They said, or he said, I think it's a B-side, Jones said the executive told him. This was a great learning experience for Jones that taught him to believe in his own work and not to worry so much about how others perceived him or his work. You know, that's really hard, especially any of us, whatever we're challenged with, we're always being told by someone, no, you can't do that, or that's not a great idea. You know, you just have to go with your gut. If your gut is saying, no, it's a great idea, we need to move forward, you need to follow it, because the gut is always right. And in this case, even though this record label executive said, it's a B-side, boy, was he or she wrong, it became a hit. So go with your gut. Then in 1985, Howard Jones released his second studio album called Dream into Action, which included backup work by the trio Aphrodisiac, but it's spelled Afrodiziak, which included a Karen Wheeler and Claudia Fontaine. His brother Martin played bass guitar, and he had to have an extra string added to his instrument to play some of the bass lines, which had originally been scored for keyboards. They had to do some fixing around here. One of the album's track, the song we're talking about, No One Is to Blame, No One Ever Is to Blame, was later recorded featuring none other than Phil Collins as drummer and producer and performing backing vocals. They knew each other, good friends. And it says here, per the article, the second version appears on Jones' U.S. EP called Action Replay, and also as a bonus track on the CD version, those of you that have it, of the following LP, 1-to-1. Jones' most successful album, Dream into Action, was popular worldwide. It reached number 2 in the UK and number 10 in the US and remained on the US chart for almost a year. That's cool about that connection with Phil Collins. The singles Life in One Day, Things Can Only Get Better, whoa, 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 and Look Mama appeared on this album. And then in July 1985, I think I remember this, Howard Jones performed at Wembley Stadium as part of the Live Aid concert, singing his 1984 hit, Hide and Seek, and playing piano. He also embarked on a world tour. And I'll tell you, I'm in the northwest part of the United States of America, and I've seen him come and go. I think I went to a 80s concert, and he was one of the 4 that were performing. Sounds great still. I think he had his daughter with him. I may be getting confused with someone else. But anyway, he was there and he was performing. He sounded just like what I remember him in the 80s. So what about the music video? If you look it up, it was actually uploaded by Howard Jones Music. So I'm assuming it's his own company, not someone like me just uploading it on his behalf. It was uploaded back on March 23rd, 2010. So this March will be about, 14 years. It's about 10.6 million views. That's a lot. And it's really just clips of Howard Jones singing with cutaways to the lyrics to the song and all the instruments being played, and it ends with a piano, or it looks like a piano with, the kind of piano that it plays by itself. I don't know, but it's his face throughout, along with, we're assuming him playing, just has hands, whatever, playing any percussion instrument, the piano and so forth. And then of course, cutaways or overlays a video of the actual lyrics of the song. So again, misheard song lyric is not empty waters is and you want her and she wants you. And I'm glad my friend got to sing it for us this last weekend for our own private karaoke at my beach house, because it was like, this is a great misheard song lyric for my next episode 229. If you have great suggestions like this and just kept singing a song wrong like I have with this song of No One Is to Blame, send it to any of our sites like Facebook, Instagram, or X, formerly Twitter, or just send me a good old-fashioned email at misheard, that's MISSHEARD songs@gmail.com. Till then, keep singing the songs wrong. Bye.